Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be filming this smoky berry look for you guys. I am using my Dose of Colors Blushing Berries palette that I got during IMATS, and I've been very tempted to use this palette because I love Dose of Colors. It's my favorite brand ever, and they've come out with, I believe 4 of these already, in Blushing Berries and Sassy Siennas were their 2 new ones that they recently came out with, and if you watched my IMATS haul, you would have known that I got both of them. So I really wanted to use them, and I had worn this look to work one day and I got tons of compliments of like how pretty it looked, and I was like, I need to film a look on this. And I did post a couple pictures of this eye look as well, so I decided to film a look because I did also use their Hidden Treasure palette, and I am in love with this look. It's a smoky berry look and it's super pretty, and this ruby color that I used from the Hidden Treasure palette is amazing. So if you want to learn how to get this look, oh, and I am wearing a new foundation, so keep on watching if you want to learn what foundation I'm wearing today that I am super in love with. So if you want to learn how to get this look, then please continue watching. Okay, so we're first going to start out by priming our eyelids, and I'm using my trusted MAC Prep and Prime 24-Hour Extend Eye Base. You just want to like pull out the primer to the end of your brows as well. And you want to take your foundation of choice. I got a sample of the new Nars foundation, like the Pro Longwear Luminous foundation. I don't know, the new one with the long tube that everybody is in love with. This is the color Vienna. I just got a little sample of it. I'm just trying it out before I buy the full size, you know. I just want to make sure that I love it because everyone that I've seen that has oily skin really loves this foundation. I have extremely oily skin, as I've been telling you guys, so I just really wanted to try it. And this is the shade Vienna, like I said. And I'm hoping this is like the correct shade because I haven't like purchased or like got shade matched for a Nars foundation in a very long time, so I don't even know. But this did look like the best match for my skin tone, so I'm just going to blend it out with my Beauty Blender. And then I'm going to take my Laura Mercier translucent powder. Whoa, I almost dropped the whole thing. And I'm going to be taking my Luxie 233 Large Fluff, and I'm just going to take a little bit to set the areas like my brow bone to my crease. I'm going to leave my lids just a little bit bare though. I'm going to use a leftover to set my brows. And then for my look today, I'm super excited because I'm pretty sure you've seen maybe when I was applying my foundation, I'm using the Blushing Berries from Dose of Colors. I did this really pretty like ruby red like smoky eye that I really want to film a tutorial on. So we're going to use the Blushing Berries. I got this during IMATS. If you've seen my haul, if you haven't, it's going to be the video before this one. And I'll link it somewhere. And then I'm also going to be using the Dose of Colors Hidden Treasure palette. This was a limited edition palette, but they have brought it back a couple of times. So I'm assuming a lot of you guys may have this palette. If not, you don't need to use the same exact things to recreate this look. Any ruby red shimmery color that you have in your collection that is very similar will do just fine. So this is the Hidden Treasure palette, and this is one of my favorite palettes from Dose of Colors because it's very high pigmentation, very blendable, just creamy, and I just love it. So I'm going to take my Morphe M504, and I'm going to be taking Locket, which is this nice transition brown shade right here, and I'm going to use it as my transition color. I'm going to tap off the excess, and I'm just going to start applying it in the crease. And I will pull it out just a little bit because I do like it when my shadows are winged out. I move on to the Dose of Colors Blushing Berries palette. This is such a pretty palette. I've used this, I can't even talk today. I've used this a couple of times already, and I'm very impressed by how pigmented and blendable and creamy and just buttery these matte shades are. Like, it's very hard to create matte shades and to make them very pigmented as well as very creamy and blendable. The payoff is amazing, so I'm excited to dig into this. So I'm first going to go in with this color right here. It's like a light mauvey rosy color. It's called Roseberry. I'm going to be taking my Morphe R37 brush to apply the Roseberry shade. I'm just going to keep this in the outer corners first. And I'm just going to keep building up this Roseberry color. And I'm going to move on to the next eye. It's so pretty, like it just looks so smoked out already. And then I'm going to move on to a different brush. I'm going to be going in with my Morphe M537, and I'm going to take the next darkest shade, which is called Berry on Top right here. This is more of a cranberry color now. It's a matte cranberry color, so I'm going to take that. And this shade is like extremely pigmented, so I'm going to tap off the excess. I'm going to apply this in the outer corners. And I'm going to use this Berry on Top shade, I believe it's called. Sorry, it's called Berry Pop. I don't know why I thought Berry on Top. I'm just going to use this shade to start even deepening up the outer corners even more. And then now we're going to deepen this whole thing up just a little bit more. I'm going to be taking the Morphe M513, taking the mixed berry shades right here next to the matte black. I'm going to be taking mixed berry, and this is the last shade that we'll be using to smoke it out. As you guys know, I love berry shades, so I was all for this palette when I knew it was going to be an eye matte. So let's start blackening this eye look out. I look like I got punched in the eye. So I'm going to take a clean blending brush. This is a Morphe R39, and I'm just going to use this to blend out the harsh lines that there may have. And then going back with my Morphe M504, I'm going to go back with the Dose of Colors Hidden Treasure palette, and I'm going to take a Locket again. And I'm going to use this to just add my transition shade up there again, and this Locket shade will also help blend in the shadows, make it look more gradient. I go in with my NYX glitter primer. I'm gonna apply that in the areas where I have yet to apply any eyeshadow, and I'm gonna apply my very pretty ruby shade. So I'm just gonna use my ring finger just to apply it, and this dries down very fast. So you want to work quickly and one eye at a time. Make sure you cover all the areas where you want your lid shade to be, or else it's going to be like very patchy looking. I'm going to take a small shader brush. This is a BH Cosmetics small shader brush. Taking my Dose of Colors Dose of Colors Hidden Treasure palette, I'm going to be taking this really pretty burgundy ruby red shade right here. I'm going to apply that on my lid. It's going to be very beautiful. You're going to look like an ornament in January. So I'm going to take that, and I'm going to take this ruby shade first with my flat shader brush. It's super pigmented, but I'm going to make it even more metallic. I'm going to spray some of my Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray on it. And now I'm going to apply it. I'm also using the very tip of my brush to carve out and make it more precise. That is gorgeous. So after I apply my lid shade, I'm going to take a little fluffy brush, taking this Colourpop fluffy blending brush. I'm going to use that to blend out and make sure everything is blended. Basically, this is a really good brush to get into like the inner corner area of your eye, and it will just blend everything. You can use that to blend the side of the shadow. This is just a really amazing brush, blending brush all around. Just gets into all the crevices of my eye. Make sure the eyeshadow is all blended. And then if you feel that your ruby shade is gone lost, you can always reapply it, of course. And then I'm going to go back with my Morphe M513, and I'm going to be taking that Mixed Berry shade from the Dose of Colors Blushing Berries palette, and I'm just going to deepen it up again, my outer corner, and blend. Going back with my Morphe M504, taking that Locket shade again. I'm going to use that to blend everything. Then I'm just going to take a makeup wipe. Usually I will carve out my wing of the shadow with my concealer, but I've been loving just using a makeup wipe, using my nail, and then just cleaning it up. And there we go. So now we're going to move on to the face. There was quite a bit of fallout, but that's okay. Before I apply foundation and everything, I'm going to be using the Marc Jacobs Coconut Gel Highlighter in Do You Dewdrops. I'm just going to take very little, like a dollop of it, and I'm going to use this Tarte foundation like buffer brush. I'm going to use that to apply it onto my face. Yeah. Look how glowy I am right now. I look a little bit scary because I don't have anything else on. We're going to move on to the foundation. I'm first going to be using my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation first in the center of my face. And wherever I get oily, which is the center of my face essentially, like running low, because I use this every day with any foundation. So I know I am trying out a new foundation from Nars, but I'm still going to use this because it does keep me matte for the most part all day. I'm going to apply in the crevices of my nose, my cheeks, and now I'm just going to blend everything out with my beauty blender. Okay. So now we're going to actually go in with the new foundation, the Nars. Okay, I don't know the full name, but it's like Nars Pro, no, it's not Pro Long, Nars like Luminous Glow foundation. I'll put everything I use down below as always, so you guys get the point. You guys know it. Okay, this much. I think this should be enough. If not, I'll get a little bit more. And hopefully this is my shade. It looked like it matched. So let's see. I'm really excited because I do love I have tried NARS foundation before. I love the NARS Sheer Glow, and then I believe it's the other one. It's the matte version of the Pro Glow. I don't know. I mean Sheer Glow. If not, we'll find out some other way to fix this. It's blending out really nicely. I look really pale, but I am actually really pale right now. It looks like this matches my shoulders. It's blending out very nicely. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing anything. The color looks really good, actually. I think this is like my best matching foundation that I've tried so far. Because I'm like really pale, but I'm also really yellow, but not like too yellow. I don't know, like, and it's so yellow sometimes. And this foundation is definitely glowy, as you can see. I know I did apply some Marc Jacobs Do You Dewdrops, but it did get mattified from my L'Oreal Pro Matte, but as you can still see, there's like a gleam, and it's just very natural. I think it's the NARS Radiant Longwear Radiant foundation. You guys know what I'm talking about. Guys, this, as of right now, I really like this foundation. I will have to see how it wears throughout the day, definitely, but so far so good. I don't know if you can tell, but look how glowy it is. Look how nice the finish is. So this foundation is looking real good. Now I'm going to apply some concealer. I'm going to be using the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in Ginger. This is what I use to like correct my under eyes and stuff. So I'm just going to use that. And I like popped like a really big pimple right here, so it's kind of scarring right now. I'm just going to put concealer on top of that too. As you know, I'm always applying concealer on my nose because I really just love the finish of this. If you guys know, does Nars have a foundation that has a similar texture to this concealer? Or is this prolonged? Like, this new foundation is supposed to be like the Radiant Creamy Concealer? Like, because I love, love, love the finish and how it blends out on my face when I use the Radiant Creamy Concealers. Like, it's just so good. Am I just the only one? I really just love this concealer. Like, not sponsored by Nars because I wish. I love Nars and I just love their items. I love looking at my nose once that concealer blends out because it just looks so flawless. And then I'm going to brighten up my face. I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in Light Neutral. Looks like a tree or a sunrise. It's on my face. So I'm just gonna blend everything out, and then I'm gonna bake with my Laura Mercier No Color Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Powder. And I've recently been leaving my nose highlight to the very last so that the concealer dries down just a little bit, that it leaves like, it makes the illusion of my nose look a lot straighter and slimmer. Because I'm not like the best at contouring my nose. Sometimes I do make it look real tragic. Okay, now I'm going to just make sure there's no creasing under my eyes. And then I'm going to take the powder. So I'm going to dust this Laura Mercier translucent powder off. I'm going to be using my MAC, I was going to say MAC Light Plus. I meant MAC Mineralize SkinFinish Light Plus powder. And I will be taking my Morphe E8 brush. I love this little small brush. I used to use it blending out my concealer, but I found that it really is nice to wipe away my like powder, my translucent powder, loose powder under my eyes, because it just gets into this little crevices and my nose, and I just get into more areas with it, and like it's just more precise. Now I'm actually going to use this powder to set the whole face. This is the Luxie 520 Tapered Face Brush. Love, love, love Luxie brushes. And I'm really impressed. This foundation is like a really good shade for me. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot to blend out that concealer that I applied on the little area of where I like of where my scar is for my pimple. So I like definitely just like left it there. But okay, I just blended it out. Okay, so now I'm gonna warm up the face because it looks very like one-dimensional. I'm gonna use my this is my Morphe E4, and I've been loving using this angled brush to bronze up my face and bronzer basically a little bit. I'm going to be taking my Urban Decay Beached Bronzer in Bronzed. Love this bronzer. I'm going to apply it. And this just like gets right into where I want my bronzer to be. Doesn't like apply it in like it doesn't like go everywhere, you know what I mean? Like it goes exactly where I have my brush. Got a piece of brush here. It's just so nice. It might look a little harsh on camera right now, but it's fine. To contour, I'm going to be taking the Balm Cosmetics Highlight and Contour palette. This is it. I got this last year's eye mats. A haul video on that as well if you want to take a look at it. So then I'm going to be taking these two contour shades right here with my MAC 109 brush. I'm going to bronze up my face, or contour my face. I love to look chiseled to the max. And then before I start baking, underneath to make my contour look a little bit, just a little bit more sharp, I'm going to be taking my Morphe E41. I'm going to use this to blend. I'm going to bake underneath my contour. I'm going to tightline and apply some eyeliner on my lower waterline. This is the Marc Jacobs Highliner Gel Eye Crayon in RoCoCo, and I'm going to be applying some Marc Jacobs, what is this called? Velvet Noir Volume Mascara, and then I'll be right back. So I applied my lashes on. I'm wearing the KoKo Lashes Goddess. Favorite lashes ever. They're very similar to the House of Lashes Iconics. Just this little bakage off of my face. And my face makeup is still looking very, very nice. Like, everything has gone on very nicely. I'm going to be taking my It Was All a Dream palette from Colourpop. And I'm going to be taking this blush shade right here. I believe this is Tulip to Quit. My Morphe M403, it's just like a large brush. And it is also a matte blush as well. I go in and smoke out my lower lash line. This shade right here, this is the Mixed Berries shade. I'm going to be also mixing with Berry Pop. I'm going to be using my Morphe M432, just like a flat definer brush. Putting those shades together, and I'm going to smoke out the lower lash line. Okay, and then I'm going to take a this is my Luxie 231 brush. I'm going to go back in with my Hidden Treasure palette, and I'm going to take that Locket shade, and I'm going to use that to blend out. Okay, and then now I'm just going to apply some highlight. I'm going to be using the Colourpop, what is it called? Nomiee. This is the Lustre Dust Highlighters. I really, really love this. It's so pretty. I just like to put it in here. The only thing that kind of like I don't like about this is that it's more like chunky glitters that's in it, like sparkles. So then to avoid that, because this kind of gets everywhere, I just spray a little bit of the SkinFinish on my brush. Look at that. And obviously it also intensifies this because I did spray a little bit of the SkinFinish, but this also ensures that the sparkles on, I don't know if you can even see them, but if you have the Lustre Dust, then you'll know what I'm talking about. I don't know if it's, I'm sure like that's just how the formula is, which I don't mind. I just don't want the, it's not really like legit chunks of like glitter or like shimmer. It's just, it's so like, it flies everywhere, so I don't really want it to get all over my face. Now I'm going to apply some highlight in the inner corners just to brighten this look up. I'm going to be taking my Morphe M431. It's like clean, but I had used a darker shadow of it at first. So I'm going to take a little bit of the Nomiee Lustre Dust. I also like to use my ring finger to blend it out. So this is like pretty much how I did it, the look in my picture. It maybe is just a little bit more smokier, and then I did use a different highlighter, I believe, and a different bronzer. So now I'm just going to set my brows with the Maybelline Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer Mascara. I'm just going to set my face so makeup lasts all day. This is Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I literally like to dose my face into this. Another update of, I am just finishing my face makeup, but it's just, my face makeup looks so good, so natural, and just amazing. I'm just going to set a little bit more on my forehead. And I just love how my face makeup looks with this Nars foundation. So I'm going to let my hair down and everything, and I'll be right back. I'm going to be applying the lip liner in Fawn, and these are so creamy, and I just really love them, and I would highly recommend trying these. Now I'm going to apply my liquid lipstick. This is a Smashbox Always On Liquid Lipstick in Stepping Out. It's a really pretty mauvey nude color. And I just applied a very light layer of the Always On Liquid Lipstick because I am wearing a gloss on top. And then this is going to be the High Pigment Lip Gloss in Maiden Lane from Jouer, and it's like a nudie brown color. And this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I am literally in love with this look. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next one.